Well, we can call this one Late Night Lombardi. It's 10:40 p.m. Try to space them out today. Make sure you subscribe, as always. But Late Night Lombardi, those episodes get that designation anytime after 10 p.m. We'll make an executive order right now. And today we're going to talk about DeMeco Ryans and how this 49ers defense has catapulted up the rankings from a below average unit early in the season. They were around number 20 DVOA there after the Arizona game, the Colt McCoy loss, and now they're number 5. It's gotten to the point where the 49ers might have the best defense remaining in the National Football League. That's going to be put to the test on Sunday. 49ers number 5, but the Rams are number 4. So I'm excited to see this. I'm excited to talk about how DeMeco Ryans has gotten it done for the 49ers, and I'm excited to welcome some of our viewers from Twitter right now because I sent out a tweet this time for the Twitter viewers to come to YouTube. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and let's check out some film. I have the all 22 from the climactic defensive stand against Green Bay. So this is post fake punt before the offense got the ball back and drove down for the winning field goal. And we have 3 plays back to back to back that I'm going to kind of narrate. I'll slow down a portion of them here so we can watch what happened. But this is first down. Aaron Rodgers threw to Devontae Adams on the right side, and the 49ers just swarmed him. This is key because this is the building block for everything for this 49ers defense. You have to smother the short pass if you're the secondary to set up the pass rush. On the first drive of this game, the 49ers didn't do that. They weren't properly aligned. They were feeling Green Bay out. Green Bay was able to attack the 49ers with their scripted plays in a way that exposed the 49ers in space. Rodgers was able to release quickly, and when Rodgers releases quickly, the 49ers simply cannot get home. We saw that in week 3, and we saw that in drive 1 of this game. So just watch how quickly Aaron Rodgers gets rid of this ball. Snap, look, throw. At this point, even though the 49ers are getting push, look back here, they're getting push. The ball's out. So no matter how much push they get, they're not going to be able to get to Aaron Rodgers. So it's absolutely necessary for the 49ers to cover and discourage opposing teams like the Packers from running quick passes like this. So what do here? They discourage the Packers from running quick passes like this. Adams catches the ball. Dante Johnson's right there. K'Wan Williams is right there. They force him out. What is that, a gain of 1 or 2? Not much. First down marker's way back there. So the 49ers discourage the Packers from throwing quickly. You have to make Aaron Rodgers hold on to the ball. All right, so that's the first play of that sequence. Now here's the second play, second and long. Again, 49ers rushed 4 on that first one. They're going to blitz? No. They bring 4 again on this one. Rodgers throws. Again, they say, no. If we didn't discourage you enough from that short passing game, we're really going to discourage you now. K'Wan Williams knocks the ball away from Randall Cobb. The end zone angle is probably better here. You can't see K'Wan Williams, but look here. You have the 49ers wide 9. Jordan Willis, who's been awesome, playing on an ankle injury. Obviously, he delivered the big special teams plays for the 49ers, but he's also rushing the passer. He also beat Tyron Smith of the Dallas Cowboys in the wild card round multiple times from this wide 9 edge rushing position. And you got Bosa deciding to work against right tackle. 49ers feigned the blitz here with Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner, but you'll notice they both back out. Rodgers this time takes a little bit more time, but the 49ers still start to work on the pocket. He had a chip block here with the tight end against Willis, so Willis is going to come in a little bit later. But Bosa's already pushing. Bosa's already pushing right now. And with Bosa pushing, Aaron Rodgers knows that at some point he's going to have to get the ball out. And Jordan Willis in this situation does a good job because he got chipped by 81. We could rewind a little bit here. See 81 chip right there. Chips Jordan Willis. Well, Willis is going to be delayed on his trajectory to the quarterback. And he knows that Aaron Rodgers loves to play the quick game, especially against the 49ers. So Jordan Willis knows I got to make myself big. And he takes up that passing lane. Takes up the potential passing lane to 81. So Rodgers decides to go to Randall Cobb, and K'Wan Williams is ready to pounce. So you look at this from the sideline angle. You see the 49ers are sticky everywhere. Rodgers doesn't want to go deep because Emmanuel Mosley is going to have that corner out covered. Rodgers doesn't want to go intermediate here to Davante Adams because the 49ers have two guys on him. And K'Wan Williams is ready to pounce because he knows that Rodgers wants to get the ball out sooner rather than later. And I got to put this one up. Pass rush must have a symbiotic relationship with coverage. And it obviously does with what the 49ers are doing here. K'Wan Williams is not afraid to pounce, and he's ready to pounce because the 49ers pass rush with those four men has established a reputation of converging the pocket on Aaron Rodgers. You don't need to get home to make this defense work. You have to have the threat of getting home. So the 49ers had established that with 5 sacks of Aaron Rodgers on this day, with 13 hits of Matthew Stafford a couple weeks ago, with 14 hits of Dak Prescott in the wild card game. Then they got after Aaron Rodgers. Then they got Aaron Rodgers thinking, I got to get the ball out quick. But as we saw in these two plays, the 49ers discourage the quick passing game. They didn't do it in drive 1, but they sure did it on plays 1 and 2, first and second down of this final Packers drive. So now we move forward to third down. This is the climactic defensive play of the game. Aaron Rodgers right now has a chance to drive the Packers into winning territory. Keep in mind what's at stake here. It's 10-10. Aaron Rodgers has a chance to make this a win for Green Bay. But it's third and long, and we already know what's happened on first and second. 49ers, the secondary has been sticky on those short to intermediate routes. So let's see what Aaron Rodgers counters with on third down. Now this time, here they come. DeMeco Ryans comes with the blitz. Oh boy, Aaron Rodgers goes deep. Incomplete. 49ers can celebrate, at least celebrate the defensive stop because they're giving the ball back to their offense. But so much happened on this play from a schematic perspective that really underscores a lot of what the 49ers have improved at this season. And, let's start with the blitz. Let's start with what the 49ers do up front. This is a double safety blitz. So as you can see right here on the left side of your screen, you have Jaquiski Tartt. On the very right side of your screen, you have Jimmy Ward. Now, the 49ers are in their dime package here where they have Talanoa Hufanga in the middle as the third safety. So with that, on third and long, DeMeco Ryans decides to be aggressive. Now, in being aggressive, blitzing both Ward and Jaquiski Tartt, there's a lot of trust being put on Dante Johnson and Talanoa Hufanga. Now, one of the ways they get away with blitzing both safeties is, this is a zone blitz concept. You have Samson Ebukam here standing up, and he's actually going to drop back into coverage, something that he did with the Rams over the past 3 seasons, a lot more often than he does with the 49ers. So Ebukam on that zone blitz is going to, just in case Rodgers decides to go underneath, he's going to be there for that. But Rodgers doesn't decide to go underneath. He's going to go for the money shot here. He's going to go deep. And obviously, I think his timing is impacted by the fact that he knows that safeties are coming. Now, this is a great block over here on the left side. It pushed Arden Key into Jaquiski Tartt, so Jaquiski Tartt didn't end up having a free shot at Aaron Rodgers. But Rodgers didn't know that at the time of the throw. At the time of the throw, he thought Tartt was coming in hot. He sees him there. So he says, okay, well, if Tartt's coming in, if Jimmy Ward's coming in on free sight, I'm going to have a shot downfield. I could pick on Dante Johnson. I could pick on Talanoa Hufanga. That's what Aaron Rodgers is thinking. So he heaves one. But look where Talanoa Hufanga and Dante Johnson are. They are blanketing Davante Adams with perfect technique. And that's another development for this 49ers defense. The pass interferences aren't there anymore. I mean, this would have been PI earlier in the season. They had like 20 of them. They were leading the league, and they probably still do based on how many they had early in the season. Well, PI, no more. Aaron Rodgers wouldn't see the ball again in this game. The 49ers ended up driving down the field and kicking the winning field goal as time expired. So in that 3-play sequence with everything on the line, we saw so much of what the 49ers are about under DeMeco Ryans, and so much of the improvement that this first rookie season for him as a defensive coordinator has featured. The pass rush is obviously surging for the 49ers right now, and it hasn't been that way for a good chunk of this season. But from week 14 onward, the pass rush has really surged. But what the 49ers have done coverage-wise has helped fuel this pass rush, and that's where DeMeco Ryans deserves a lot of credit. I mean, the grand finale, at least so far, because we got a grand finale coming up on Sunday in LA. But so far, the last that we've seen of this defense, the 49ers held Green Bay to 2.5 yards per play in the second half. That's arguably the top offense in the league that the 49ers just stonewalled. I don't care how bad the conditions were. The 49ers still did that. 49ers' own offense was more efficient than Green Bay in those conditions. So to get there, you have to be able to be disciplined enough on the back end with a mix of coverages against Aaron Rodgers to attain a level of defensive efficiency that almost every other team this season has not attained against the Packers, and especially recently. Recently, Aaron Rodgers had been on fire entering that game. And that third down play shows you just how creative the 49ers have been. They're not just sitting back waiting for Aaron Rodgers to dictate things. I think DeMeco Ryans did a little bit of sitting back in the earlier season. That game against Tennessee on December 23rd, I think the 49ers were sitting back a little bit too much. They let the Titans just run max protect, snuff out the pass rush, and then they let Ryan Tannehill carve over the middle of the field. DeMeco Ryans has grown as a defensive coordinator. He said, no more of that. We're going to force the issue. We're going to come up with some creative alignments. We're going to run this 3-safety formation. Here's Talanoa Hufanga in the middle. He's going to play deep center field. We're going to blitz 2 safeties. We're going to line Eric Armstead up, standing up over the center. We're going to drop Sansom Ebukam in on a zone blitz. I mean, this is exotic stuff from the 49ers. Double safety blitz, zone drop from your defensive end, and Fred Warner, who'd feign blitz, is going to take away this other short pass. So you can't get any of this crappy yak garbage from the Packers on 3rd and long to pick up a first down. So that's taken away. But what's, not really taken away in early season, given early season parameters, is that deep ball. Because in the early season, that deep ball was there for guys like Carson Wentz, and they didn't even really have to throw it accurately. The 49ers would commit that pass interference. It was there for Aaron Rodgers in week 3. So what's happened here is that the 49ers are exotic up front. They're aggressive up front. They are taking chances up front on these 3rd and longs, but they're trusting their secondary. And this is even without Ambry Thomas in this game. They're trusting Dante Johnson. They're trusting Talanoa Hufanga. So that goes back. This technique right here goes back not only to DeMeco Ryans and his actual coaching within practices, but in the development that the 49ers staff, Corey Undlin, who is the cornerbacks coach, really. Daniel Bullocks is the safeties coach. The staff under DeMeco Ryans and DeMeco himself have coached these guys up to the point where they trust them all as interchangeable pieces. I talk about pinch hitters, guys contributing in the clutch for the 49ers. Well, this wasn't the first time that guys have contributed in the clutch. And if we're previewing the Rams game on Sunday, remember that the 49ers played a significant portion of that with Darquez Dennard, who had been signed 4 days earlier at nickelback, and Dante Johnson playing safety, an unnatural position for him. And they still held up against Cooper Kupp and that Rams offense. K'Waun Williams was out. He didn't play that game. They have Williams back now for this next game against the Rams. So the 49ers have firepower now in the secondary that can fit within their scheme. And there's a lot more man coverage now than there was before in prior years. They could still run zone coverage, but they could be adaptable, and they can go without skipping at least too many beats when they're switching from coverage to coverage and player to player, because injuries do happen in the NFL. And to me, that's the most impressive accomplishment of DeMeco Ryans' staff, is they've taken guys who were unplayable at the start of the year, right? Ambry Thomas was unplayable at the start of the year. Fans didn't like what Dante Johnson brought. He's always been playable, but he hasn't been a plus player. He's been a kind of a plug-and-play replacement. Well, he was a plus player against Green Bay. And the 49ers have done it by establishing a defensive formula. Whoa. Got a fire alarm here. All right, guys, I got to go. Take care.